Hey everyone. We are joining you. You've got Meredith from Boss Fight. You've got Andrew from Boss Fight. We timed this to be right after the video. So we're going to give it a second while people jump in. But we are so excited to answer all of your questions about Sorozoic Warriors that was just announced. So whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, you can comment with your questions and they'll all come into this platform and we'll have all sorts of fun here. But why don't we start bringing up the images at least so people can get another look? So this is the Brachiosaurus that we just
Mhm.
announced. So the whole premise here is there's some really fun anthropomorphic dinosaurs. They've got, a mix of old school and new school technology. Andrew, do you want to talk a little bit about the line concept overall?
Yeah, so the concept was really to take a look at a lot of our favorite toy lines from years gone by, and sort of look at what elements sort of made them really special, and create something that felt like it had a lot of that, but also was something new. Um, And so that, that's where sort of the chunkiness and the bright colors and all of that, it's really a bit of wish fulfillment. Uh, you know,
Wow.
looking at all of those great toy lines from the 80s and 90s, and sort of distilling them down into something that was the most toy that we could.
So we have a ton of questions coming in. So I'm going to rapid fire.
Yeah.
Let's see. Are these figures safe for small hands? These are going to be age graded 8 plus, correct?
Yeah, so not young kids, not preschoolers, but we're going to be working towards making sure that these are very accessible for both kids and collectors. This is really for both of those markets.
It really is. And let's continue with the questions about the line. Is the head articulated?
Yeah, yeah, the heads are articulated, the jaws all move, which you gotta do with dinosaurs, so.
How do these scale with other popular lines that are out there?
So these are not, made to, uh, you know, directly interact with any other popular line. These are very much their own thing, but they have the feel of a lot of those lines. From the musculature and the bulkiness and the over detail and over texture of it all. These guys are going to be 6-inch scale line. But what that means with dinosaur guys is, they're not all going to be a uniform height. They're kind of all over the place. The Brachiosaurus is the tallest one in the first assortment. The Stegosaurus is quite a bit shorter.
Yeah, so the Brachiosaurus is a little over 6 inches. The
Yep.
the Stegosaurus is a little under. They're
Yep.
in scale, kind of
Yeah.
according to how they would be. Let's see. Are any of the limbs and accessories interchangeable?
Yeah, these guys are not interchangeable in the same way that the Vitruvian hacks are. In that, they're built for easy customization with the interchangeable limbs and such. Because of the uniqueness of the anatomy, I think interchangeability would be very limited if we were to do that. So they are really built to be their own thing. The weapons and armor, will have some interchangeability, but it's not built on a customizable system. They are built to be amazing and fun, though.
They are ridiculous fun. So let's talk a little bit about the accessories and armor and things like that, because I know we got that question a ton across all of the platforms here. So right now we've got the Brachiosaurus up, and you can kind of see some of the weapons. Do you want to talk through some of the choices and the mix of the old school, new school, all of that?
Yeah, yeah. So it's sort of built around the whole premise that all of the sort of more advanced technology they have is uh, sort of hand me downs and things that are scrounged and things that are kit bashed together. Um, so these they certainly aren't going to be whipping out cell phones and laptops. Um, but laser blasters, yeah, these
This guy.
some of these guys have them. Um, but yeah, one of the big goals of the designs was to make sure they all have a ton of really meaningful accessories. And so I think you can see that these pictures do not contain everything that is going to come with them. We're still finalizing some of those sculpts, but for the most part, these images will give you a pretty good idea of what you're getting.
Yeah, these are just super super fun. I'm just gonna kind of scroll through the photos because I know people are asking to see all of the different photos. We do have a question here. Um, Resealable packaging like hacks. That's still in the works, correct? We're
We
still early
we
in the process.
Yeah, we are so early in the packaging design phase for these guys that um, I actually am. I don't have an answer. We're still figuring out what the packaging for these guys is. Once we have the physical prototypes in hand and stuff like that, that will aid us in figuring out. We've got a couple of ideas we're kicking around, but no directions that are strong enough that we want
Yeah,
to discuss yet.
super fun things, and really making this its own fun line that's very
Yes.
different from a lot of the stuff that we've put out there.
Yeah.
I think we talked in the video a little bit about how we've been working and working and working at this concept to get it right, and we're finally there, and we're just really excited to kind of to start these discussions. But there's so much more to come. We're I think, Andrew, you said you were finalizing kind of the last details on these, which means they'll be kicked off with our factory very, very soon, which
Yep.
means, in March, we'll have a lot more information.
Yeah. Yeah. We're aiming for a March pre-order. Hopefully some new images to go with it, and then 2023 in hand.
Early 2023. Let's be clear about that. So yeah, super fun characters, brand new IP. I think in the video we also talked about that this was one of the original ideas that everybody was kicking around way back when, but as Boss Fight was kicking off.
Yeah.
And we're just feeling really good about this. Let's see, how many specific characters versus generics or army builders are can we expect going forward? Because we talked in the video about the Protoceratops is the army builder.
Mhm.
Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna go forward with a mix of individual characters and army builders. I think it's important to do that to make a line that's fun to collect. Yeah, I mean you can buy as many of the Protoceratops as you want and build an enormous army because those guys are soldiers.
Yeah, and we hinted at kind of like the high level points of the story in the intro to the video that we showed. But there's a lot more storyline coming. As we launch, we'll be launching with a lot of really fun things you might not even expect. There will be a lot coming. All right, let's see. Horns, soft, hard, removable.
um, that's gonna depend on some of the finer engineering points that we are yet to work out. I think the goal is to preserve the aesthetic of what you're seeing here. But like we said, we're also looking at making sure these are accessible and safe for kids, um, at least older kids. Yeah, to be determined.
See, we got a glow in the dark fan here. Please make Farrington glow in the dark.
I love glow in the dark too. So it's something I'd love to do.
Yeah, these are just, they're brilliant. We had a comment come in about loving the colors and please keep the colors. I think that's part of this line is bringing forward all the fun and all the playability, right, Andrew?
Yeah, exactly. The whole point is to in some ways give you the feels that some of those old toys gave you, and make sure that these give you a little shot of nostalgia, even though they are something brand new.
We definitely want you guys to play with your toys. That's what it's all about.
Yes, yes.
All right. So we got a question come in that asked to take a quick look through. So this is the Protoceratops.
Hmm.
We were just looking at the Brachiosaurus. We've got the Triceratops and the Stegosaurus. I think he's my favorite. I love him so much.
He's got a lot of personality.
He really does, and he's just so chunky and fun.
Yep.
All right. Well, this was really just to introduce this concept to get everybody excited. This is an IP that we are super, super thrilled to bring you. We are, finalizing a bunch of details. We're, you know, getting everything ready for a really fun launch in March. I love that people are getting so excited. We're seeing a lot of, wow, these are awesome. Can't wait. Which is exactly what we wanted to do. We wanted to tease you guys and get you excited about these. So, I mean, I think we've answered a lot of the comments that have been here. We cannot wait. Yes, we are posting images after the stream. We definitely follow up with social posts and things like that so that you guys can all take a look. And there's a lot more to come too. These are just early images. We're still, as Andrew said, fine tuning last little bits, but we're really thrilled with how these are coming out, and they will be aiming for pre-orders in March. So that's where we are on these, guys. All right, one last look because somebody asked for one last look. Oh, we love all of these too, and we can't wait to show you what else is coming because there's a lot more in the works that Andrew hinted at in the video. All right, guys, real fast live stream here. We can't wait to show you more on Sorozoic Warriors. Definitely, keep your questions coming in. We'll answer them on the posts on um, all of the channels as we can. Tomorrow, we've got the Lucha session at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Excuse me, 6 p.m. Eastern time. So lots of Lucha news to come. Perhaps some surprises on Lucha.
Mhm.
Um, and then Thursday and Friday, we have two more brand new brand reveals. And oh my goodness, you guys, we've had a couple of those throughout. We had Labor in Kenya early on. We kicked off with that. We've got the Sorozoic Warriors today, and these next two are also equally exciting.
It's
Um,
good stuff. It's good stuff. I think people are going to be excited.
yeah, we've got lots and lots coming in the coming days. We're going for several more days of Boss Fest, guys. So I'm, so excited that you guys are all thrilled with the Sorozoic Warriors. We can't wait to show you more and more and more here. So more to come. Stay tuned in March, and have a great rest of your day, guys.